and welcome to our webcast today. I'm here with Tim Upton, the President and CEO and founder of Titus, a software that helps companies protect their email transmissions. And Tim and I were discussing the WikiLeaks situation, of course, big news all over the world. And Titus, of course, has a solution, but before we get into that, we want to talk about how do you think that this WikiLeaks could have been prevented?
Well, it's not that easy. There certainly are a lot of things that would have to come together to solve it, but the technology is there today. I think that the biggest challenge that organizations face, be it in military as well as the private sector, is actually the need to share and the need to protect. And the volumes of information is so high that it's hard to separate that information out and know what is allowed to go out and what isn't. So since 9/11, there's been a real, actual motivation to share information, share intelligence, all for good reason, but then when the pendulum swings too far one way, you end up with too many people having access to too much information. So with this, you need some mechanism of identifying what is sensitive, what's not, and then having rules and policies to prevent the sensitive stuff from going into the wrong hands.
And that's exactly what the State Department is saying about this, that it was our intention for our diplomats and different bureaus to share information. But what you're saying is that if these transmissions had been classified or tagged, this might have been prevented.
Yeah, so it's quite easy to have the users to mark and tag the information, but and they're actually reasonably good at doing that and adding visual markings into the data, but this needs to be combined with metadata so that the systems can identify the sensitivity of the information as it flows from one place to another. So as sensitive or secret information in the case of WikiLeaks moves from A to B, then it can be automatically protected because it is classified as secret. Or another system would see dozens or thousands, or in this case hundreds of thousands of documents moving from a server down to a PC and then out to a USB, then that should have automatically triggered a rule to stop the transmission, get it cleared, and certainly draw a lot of attention to it before it actually was completed.
I see. I'm still trying to decipher exactly how this happened. This person, this soldier, apparently downloaded all these documents from his PC in his base somewhere, and nothing was triggered. No one was aware of this.
Surprising, yes, but it's there is this idea that we need to share the information, and the soldiers and everybody needs to get access, or some do, so we don't want to prevent them from getting to the information. I think that in this case it was a rogue user, and we know that the majority of breaches are actually accidental, but this is one that was an intentional breach, and there was no system in place that would block all of that secret information to go out. So there is technology that could have been there to block it. Some organizations have a knee-jerk reaction to then block all transmission or block USB completely, block CD completely, but that really then impedes the information sharing, which is what we were trying to achieve in the first place. So you need some way to have the productivity and allow regular information to be stored on USB or CD, but then to stop the sensitive information from going out, because that's a violation of policy.
And we're talking about State Department and diplomatic and military use in the case of WikiLeaks, but obviously this can be applied to commercial enterprise as well.
Absolutely. The commercial has the same issue, and we may see some new evidence and new WikiLeaks from commercial sector. We've seen a large uptake in financial sector, where they see that they need to get their users involved in protecting the data, creating the awareness is something. Instead of looking at the user as your adversary, we need to start looking at the user as actually helping. So we need to educate them easily. It's where the low-hanging fruit is. They commit the majority of the breaches, so let's get them a little bit more informed aware of policies, and aware of a breach that they're going to commit, so that they don't make the accidents that they're committing today.
Okay. Well, thank you, Tim, for a great discussion, and thank you for tuning in.
Thanks.